Okay, year 8. Here we're gonna do task 18D. And the topic to create task 18D is to create a relational database from existing files. And task 18D starts as asking all of us that we work or you work for Tavara High School. You will edit some data about the mathematics faculty. Using a suitable database package, import the file teachers.csv. Now, to get this file and later on this file, I will show you in front of the classroom with how to download the files or to watch the videos and tutorials of your tasks in class through this link bit.ly/chapter18. And to get these two files, teachers.csv and students.csv, simply click on the task 18D arrow and to download these files into your computer or in your year 8 folders. Now, grab these two files, make sure before you start doing this, you just download it and get it ready. Now let's go back reading the question. Now, this question continues on to ask you to use these field names and data types. Now, the field names are as below and the data type as below. Then later on I ask you to set the S-code field as key field. Do be careful about this one because this is quite important. If you don't do this, it will take you a long time to figure out what to do. And then it asks you to import the file students.csv as a new table in your database. Then another one that asks you to set the student ID within this file as a key field. These process has to be done into Microsoft Access. And then later on it asks you to create one-to-many relationship as a link between the S-code field in the teachers table and the math field in the students table. Now, in order to start this task, we have to change the field names as according to this one. So we must open up Microsoft Excel of the file teachers.csv. So you download this file teachers.csv, open it up in Microsoft Excel, which I'm going to show it right now. And I am going to change, I'm going to just put this in a sideways. I'm going to change what I have open in teachers.csv as according to the field names here. So teacher ID can be changed to S-code, and then the forename can be F name, and then the surname can be S name, and the subject in the room remains the same. Now, what we have to do is we save this correctly, save as, and then for your computer, just make sure that this one is saved as type CSV, delimited. Now this is my work right here. This is the chapter source file. I don't want to save within here, so I'm going to go save it within my own personal folder. Let me just go back here to find the answers that I prepared. So when I go to task 18D, I make sure I save it here. Okay, once I save it, and then I open up Microsoft Access. I will do this quite simply on my computer. For you, you can just go to Microsoft 2007. As compared to Microsoft 2007, which is our computing lab, it looks different, but it works the same. Now, in your 2007, just find featuring or just find blank database, create a new blank database. After you name task 18D, you must select your save location. So task 18D, voila. Since I already have a save file, but I'm just going to click OK, and they will ask me whether I want to replace an existing file. I'm just going to click yes. For this purpose of the video, I just create as it is. So here, once we go to Microsoft Access, now my Microsoft Access is a different visual. It looks different than in our lab, but it works the same. So in your Microsoft Access, just click on external data, and to find that import menu, you gotta find the text file menu. So you just click on the text file import, and this is a familiar import menu that we've seen quite most of the time. So just go back here and find the teachers.csv file that you have saved previously. Okay, I save it in my folder, task8teachers.csv, and I click OK. Oh, no, because, okay, when this happens, you just make sure that you exit Microsoft Excel. Okay, do the import once more time again, and let's go, text file, okay. Select teachers, yes, okay. Now, if this looks fine to you, that means that you're saving, that you save properly, and then you can just quickly click next. And before you click next from here, make sure that the first row are selected as a field name, and then you click on next and next. Okay, now remember that I told you that in the textbook that this one is important. It asks you to set the ASC code field as a key field. So here is where you need to be careful, and you have to do before you finish importing this menu. Click on choose my own primary key, and this is selected as ASC code. So this will be highlighted as a primary key, and then you click next. You can rename this to whatever table you want. For me, I'm going to follow the textbook and name this as TBL Teachers, and then click on finish. Then you don't have to do anything here, just click on close. Okay, you will see that there's a table up here on the left. Double click that, you can see ASC code is here. But we're not done. We need to import the file students.csv. So I'm just going to go back to external data, and then I'm going to import the sorry about that, and then I'm going to import the text file back to the students.csv. Okay. Now I have the student.csv already being put into my database. Okay, and what I need to do next is to import the students.csv file. It does not require me to make any changes as it requires as in teachers.csv, so I'm just going to import the students.csv file in there, and then click OK. Click next, and then make sure this first row contains field names have been selected, and then next once more time. Now this one you have to select the student ID as the key field. Then this you can just click next one more time, and then rename it to TBL students as according to the textbook, and then click on finish and click close. Now double click this TBL teachers into this area so that you will be able to see two of the tables are being selected. Now in order to create a relationship, or what they require, one-to-many relationship after this, is simply just go on to database tools and click on relationships. Okay, we will show you these two menus, so you just double click these two things, and then it will appear in a workspace behind you. Once that's done, just click on close. The textbook asks us to create a one-to-many relationship as a link between the ASC code field, which is this, in the teacher's table, and the math field in the student's table. That is quite simple. You just simply click and drag the ASC code to the maths of the student's table to create a relationship. It will show you whether or not you want to edit the relationship of ASC code and maths. You just simply create a relationship, and you can see the ASC code and the maths are being linked together, which is shown quite the same in here. Okay, of course, the table teachers on the textbook is quite a different way, but yes, you can see the ASC code and the math does have the same relationship. Once this is done, you've actually completed task 18D. So what you got to do is make sure you click save and save as task 18D, and then you screenshot this area to show proof that you finished task 18D, and then you put it in the Microsoft Word and print it out as an evidence. Thank you for watching for this video, and this is how you can complete task 18D.